shaming going on? No. No. There are real victims in this world. There are people that have gone through unspeakable trauma. And they need your love, they need your support, they need your care. But if everybody claims to be a victim, when the real victims need help, ain't nobody gonna be there to help them. Okay? And right now we live in a world where the emergency room is filled up with motherfuckers with paper cuts. Okay?
That's Chris Rock from his most recent stand-up special airing right now on Netflix titled Selective Outrage. And he performs another brilliant show. We have been watching Chris Rock over the decades. We respect his body of work. And critically analyzing the presentation, we'll give it 9 out of 10 fingers or stars, however you want to say that. Give it 9 out of 10 or a 90 out of 100. We encourage people to watch the show. We encourage people to continue to support Chris Rock because we see him as a pro-human, as a pro-black entertainer. Now, what he was saying right here was he was comparing attention-seeking. He was comparing attention-seeking to the current opioid crisis, although the opioid crisis does not get much media coverage as it should. But he compares the two. And he goes a little far in a joking sense by stating that the attention-seeking is outweighing the opioid crisis. And he gives 4 reasons or 4 means as to how people go about seeking attention. The 4th one was through victimization. And that's where that joke came from. He says that the majority of people in society we're living in the emergency room, and all the patients have paper cuts. So while the real people that suffer tragedy, drama, and trauma in their lives, they're outside the hospital doors and borders not being treated. So he speaks about that. And it's very clear. You've heard other people in the pop culture make mention of this. Benny the Butcher in the 10 Crack Commandments, where he talks about his late predecessor Biggie Smalls as to how Biggie couldn't believe it, that people are actually seeking attention more so than financial resources and financial gain in a method and a means to secure their lives in society. So that's what's going on there. So as we said, we give Chris Rock much props, much credit, much respect for his body of work, consistency, longevity over the years. We see Chris Rock, as we said, being pro-human and pro-black. And as pro-human and as pro-black as he is, as we critically analyze the stand-up, we see elements of anti-humanism and anti-black sentiment coming into the conversation. I repeat, as pro-black and as pro-human as Chris Rock is as an entertainer, we still see elements of anti-humanism coming into the conversation. And it's done under the banner of white liberalism or the left blue Democratic side. I'm not going to say the whole Democratic side. I'm going to say the left side. And it is from this left side there were 3 aspects brought into the conversation by Chris Rock that we must now critically analyze and observe. 3 elements. F-A-T. F-A-T. Feminism, abortionism, transgenderism. Feminism in its current form. There will be some room for debate as to its original form, original intention. We understand that. But we still suggest and still argue that in its current form, in modern day society, as it currently operates, it is anti-human. It is anti-traditional family. It is anti-man, therefore it's anti-woman and anti-child. Likewise with abortionism, or the ideology surrounding abortion. It is anti-human family, It is anti-traditional family, anti-child, anti-man, anti-woman. Transgenderism is the third component, the third aspect that was brought into the conversation. Once again, that is anti-traditional family, anti-human family, anti-man, anti-woman, anti-human race. So feminism, abortionism, and transgenderism all came into the conversation. So we encourage you to watch the show, enjoy it, laugh it up. It's a great show. You're going to laugh. But when you're watching it, understand these three elements: feminism, abortionism, and transgenderism. All three operate against the human family. Okay. Now, as we close, we're going to say we appreciate Chris Rock because he brings some very, very timely jokes. I'm not going to spoil so much, but when he refers to the royal family or the royal family of England as the OGs of white supremacy, or refers to them as the Sugar Hill Gang of racism, kudos to you. When he says that he worked his whole life from 7 to the age he is now, making much money and keeping his physical body in shape, shout out to you. He says he's not pursuing Anita Baker. He said he's not looking for Anita Baker in that type of shape he in, economic and physical shape, and he worked diligently for it. He said he's looking for Doja Cat.